Anti-Semitism is as old as recorded history and maybe older than that. But anti-Semitism is brilliant, like viruses. It mutates. It figures out what the environment is, and then it goes after those elements of the environment that can most contribute to the hatred of anti-Semitism. So if you go back to, for example, the period of the beginning of Christianity, Jews killed Jesus. That was the beginning of anti-Semitism. Then Jews poisoned the wells because there was sickness in Europe. Then Jews were communists. Then Jews were fascists. Then Jews were this, Jews were that. Today, of course, there's a whole new vocabulary, and we've heard talk about that. And Jews are now guilty of the worst sins of the second quarter of the 21st century. The crimes, the sins of genocide, of apartheid, of being privileged, of violating the rules of intersectionality. There's a whole new vocabulary that has emerged, but it's the same. It just uses current language, which makes it very popular among young, impressionable college and university students. The core of the problem is mainstream university teaching, all protected by the First Amendment, all protected by academic freedom, and impossible to go after as a law enforcement issue. The bad news is that the current academic canon, what is being taught at major universities, and let me tell you, I know a little about this. I've been in higher education now, you're going to wonder about my statement, 70 years. I started out in college in 1955. I was the president of the student government at Brooklyn College. I was then editor-in-chief of the Yale Law Journal. I then became the youngest professor in the history of Harvard Law School. So I know what I'm talking about when I talk about the academic canon. What is being taught today, not by extremists, but by your children's friends, by your friends' children, by mainstream academics, by Jewish academics, by academics who in shul call themselves Zionists, but out of shul won't defend Israel. What is being taught today on college campuses as part of mainstream courses is the essence of anti-Semitism. Students are learning anti-Semitism in virtually every class, every course, and in every lecture. Today, I'm just going to make a list of things that are going on in American universities today, and they will be familiar to you. And if I continued and read you the whole list, I think we would be going into the next panel. But Jews are accused of having privilege. That's a dirty word, having privilege. Jews are accused of being successful. Oh my God, success? No, we don't want meritocracy in our schools. We want DEI. We want diversity, equity, and inclusion, but certainly not meritocracy. Everything that Jews are good at, we are attacked for. What is the group in America that has most benefited through meritocracy? Obviously, it's been Jews. What is the country in the world that has most benefited by meritocracy? Tiny little country the size of New Jersey with no oil and no resources. That's the country of meritocracy. That's startup nation. So privilege, intersectionality, critical race theory, which is uncritical race theory. You can't criticize race theory. DEI, race-based affirmative action, internationalism, relating to the International Criminal Court, the International Court of Justice, the United Nations, selective anti-nationalism. We hate nationalism, except when it's Palestinian nationalism. That we support. Selective nationalism. Palestinianism, which means that the only rights that are recognized on college campuses today are the rights of Palestinian people. You never hear about the Kurds. You never hear about the Tatars. You never hear about the Uyghurs. You never hear about any group. It's only Palestinianism, which is simply another word of describing anti-Zionism and anti...
Yep.